Anybody else needs this? I do. I need to sort of release tightness and tension and relax. So that'll be the focus of today. So welcome. So I thought we'd start with it's first thing Monday morning, but let's start with a gentle sort of releasing, and it's called Tiger Climbs the Wall. So in this, take a slow inhale in as you raise your tiger claws up. And then with your tiger claws, as you exhale out through your mouth, maybe a little growl. And then slow, deep breath in. And then a growl out. Inhale in. And gathering anything that's causing tightness and tension, and let's do one more like this. Big breath in. Exhaling out your mouth with a growl. Then crossing your arms, standing a little taller. Take a big breath in, and we're going to do a big growl out. So inhale and let's do one more set. So inhale and at your own pace for your own breathing. Big breath in, but then have your exhale be kind of slower and deeper. Inhale, stand taller. Then a little squat. Maybe as you're waking up, you're squatting a little more each time, or not. And then breath in. Let's do one more. And then standing tall with your claws crossed, take a breath in. And relax. And then I thought we would do a releasing meridian massage. So we're going to kind of follow the flow of qi in our meridians. So you're going to come up our yang arm meridians. So you're going to glide your hands up your arms. Go up and over your head, down back your neck, down your front to your kidneys. And then you're going to come down the outside of your legs. That's the first part. And then with light fists, rise up on your toes and release. So we'll do that part first. So with our breath, inhale up the outside of your arms, up the top of your head. And now exhale down your back, down the back of your legs. Now with the light fist up on your toes, inhale and so the second part is we're going to do a forward fold. Inhale as you brush your hands on the inside of your legs. Cross over your chest. Now go on the inside of your arms, on the inside, and inhale and right? So it's kind of a bonus. We're both brushing our meridians, but we're also releasing any tension and tightness that we're picking up in our hands. So let's inhale up at the top of your head. Exhale down. Inhale and then forward fold. As you inhale up the inside of your legs, cross over your torso side. And so inhale up the outside of your arms. And exhale down your back. And then with light fist up and release it. Forward fold. Inhale up. Exhale down the inside of our arms and inhale in. Let's do one more at your own pace. And slow it down. And standing with your feet about hip width apart. Close your eyes. and just sink your awareness into your feet and let your whole body just sort of release into your feet, making contact with the earth. And stand not on your 2 feet, but stand on the earth, inviting roots almost to sort of send down deep in the earth. And then soften your tailbone. So in a way, it too is sort of sinking down into the earth. Soften your chest, which should elongate the back of your neck as you lift from the crown of your head up to the heavens. And relaxation, what if relaxation is a process of surrendering to something deep within versus something that you acquire, like a skill that you acquire through effort. And that's my little bit sloppy paraphrasing of Ken Cohen in The Way of Qigong. I'll actually read it to you. Relaxation is the process of surrendering to a deeper wisdom rather than acquiring through effort a new ability. So that'll be our sort of releasing and surrendering to that deeper wisdom. So taking a slow, deep breath into your hands on your lower belly. And then even slower, deeper exhale out, releasing. Inhale as you take that breath in, and exhale, surrendering that breath. And take a moment to do a little body scan, noticing places in your body that just feel very relaxed, but maybe noticing other places that are holding tension and tightness. And just notice with curiosity. And then opening your eyes with your palms facing to the heavens, 2 hands hold up the heavens. So inhale, and about your forehead, interlace your fingers. Then exhale, just let your arms float down and release. So inhale, stand a little taller. Exhale, float down. And then as you inhale, feels right to you, stand up on your toes. And exhale, release. Inhale up, kind of sort of a contraction, right? And then exhale, relaxation. So inhale up and exhale. Let all that tension just melt out of your arms. As the tension melts out of your arms, kind of sink into the earth and send that tension and tightness down to the earth. And then with your feet about hip width apart, we'll do a move that's new to me, and we did it last week. Transforming a plucked star into the Big Dipper. So take your right hand, and you're going to put it right in the middle of your back, which is your door of life for Ming Men. Your left hand, your palms facing forward. And if you put your attention in the middle of your palm to your Lao Gong point, where you're going to energy, take a breath in. As you exhale, fold from the waist and cross over toward your outside of your other leg. Now, as you inhale, you're going to sweep your arm in a diagonal, and you're going to kind of bend backwards and look, kind of twist, and that's where you're going to pluck your star. So pluck a star. Now turning from your hips and your waist, this is where you're going to transform it to the sky. Come back to center. And as you exhale, what you're going to do is just release any tension and tightness you may have gathered. So we'll do the other side. So take a breath in. Exhale. Inhale, diagonal over. Turn and twist, depending on how flexible you are this morning. Pluck your star. Turn from your hips and your waist. Turn back to center. And now exhale and release. And the second time, we're going to fill with the light, healing light of all those stars. So take a breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweep your arms in the diagonal as you twist, look up. Exhale, turn. Inhale, come to center. Now, as you exhale, just imagine filling your body with that sort of relaxation of the start. That might mean to you. We'll do the other side. So inhale, exhale, inhale, pluck your star, cross, transform it to the big dip. And exhale, and just fill really with whatever serves you this morning. And slow it down. Just turn your attention inwards. Just see how just two movements have shifted what you noticed earlier. And then taking a sort of a staggered, little bit of a lunge, probably 1.5 to 2 feet apart. Shift your weight so that when you come on your first front leg, you can still see as you look down your knee, you still see your toe. Shift your weight. You may want to kind of cave in, invite it to kind of push out for your knees. So this is one we did last week as well, called pulling 9 cows by their tails. And in this movement, we'll have a kind of a relaxation contraction, right? And a lot of times that contraction can really help us release tension. So you're going to inhale as you shift your weight to the front. Now, as you exhale, you're going to shift your weight to the back. Take your right hand, and you're going to just tuck it behind your back as you take your front hand with your elbow sort of towards your waist and your fist towards your shoulder, and you're going to pull those 9 cows by their tails. All right, so we'll do that all together with our breath. So inhale, exhale, contract. Inhale, shift. Exhale. Inhale, open. Exhale, contract. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist and contract. Let's do one more. And contract. And then we'll do the other leg. Find your stance. Twist. So inhale, relax. Exhale, contract. And then at your own pace, pull those cows, 9 cows, in fact, by their tails. So inhale, exhale, pull. Let's do one more. Shift your weight to the front. Now contract and relax. And then just turning from your hips and your waist. Sometimes we do this movement and we call it knocking on the door of life, which is what we're doing. But another name for this is called constant bear. So see how just having that image that you're sort of this bear, and your legs are heavy and really sinking and rooting. And then your very heavy bare arms just knocking a nicely soft and padded bare body. And just keeping those feet rooted, turning from your hips and your waist, waking up your spine. And then go up to right under your collarbone. And then let's knock any tension and tightness kind of out of those traps. Right under our collarbone. Such a great point that you can either knock on or rub or hold. Lungs 1 and 2. There's a lot to be sad about right now. So if you're feeling sort of deep sadness, it's a great point to knock. It helps us sort of acknowledge that sadness, but kind of move through that sadness to the place beyond of sort of inspiration. And then come back down to our chi belt. Being that constant bear, rooted, super rooted to the earth. And then slow it down. And then standing with your feet wider than hip width apart, shift your weight over to the left. And as you do, have your hip go first and your head last. Now shift your weight to the other leg, hips first, head last. It's called Move the Body Like a River, one name for it. I say one name for it because, Qigong is ancient. And a lot of folks have been doing these moves, and there's been a lot of modifying and interpreting. So you might want to put your hands on your thighs. So shift. Now, what I'm doing is I'm slowly but surely kind of bending forward more and more. So you decide today if you want to go really deep and low or not. And just explore that tension and tightness that I know I'm holding all along my spine. You might, as you go lower, notice that now your lower back, you're like, oh, I didn't know it was that tight. So, and also explore how fast or slow. I tend to do everything kind of fast, so I keep trying to remember to slow down. So you may be that way or that. Shifting your weight and just feeling fine. Now let's just fold forward and drop your hands and relax your head, your neck, and your shoulders. Now interlace your fingers and put it right behind your head on your neck. Take your thumbs and just, now that your head is just hanging, see how it feels if you just take your thumbs and kind of maybe dig, maybe not. Probably working far more hard than necessary. So give yourself a little neck massage. And then rolling up to about halfway. And you're going to arms and maybe you're. So what I'm doing is I'm looking down at the floor, just kind of being like a pendulum. And I'm letting my arms swing, releasing the tension and tightness kind of behind my shoulder blades. And then maybe look up on each side and just letting your arms be like a pendulum. You might feel this in your lower back or behind your shoulder blades, back of your legs. Maybe looking up. And then slow it down and roll up and bounce to your heels and just feel your feet sinking into the earth. And inhale through your nose and exhale out with a. And then if it feels right on your inhale, stand up on your toes, bring your palms together, and then exhale with a. And then inhale up on your toes and exhale out with a. So shaking, so simple, and such a great way to release tension and tightness. As you're shaking, you might do a little body scan. Check out your jaw. What happens if you don't hold on to and then relax the back of your neck, your shoulders, your lower back. Let's do one more up on our toes and inhale with a. And just slow it down and turn your attention inwards. Maybe check on those places of tension and tightness that you might have noticed earlier today. Just see what's happening. And then opening your eyes, float your hands up and float them down. Inhale, float up, and exhale, float down. As you inhale, shift a little bit to your heels. And you exhale just a little to your toes, and you'll notice that that'll help your whole body. This is really a whole body movement, not just your arms. So inhale, and as you exhale, just almost as if your hands are feathers float down. And then with your own breath pace, maybe invite just a little slower on the inhale and even more slow on the exhale. Let's do one more like this. And taking both hands, you're going to glide your hips back as your hands come forward, almost gathering whatever energy could serve you right now. Now you're going to push your hips forward. And what you're doing is, I'm going to come closer, you're pouring energy down your front channel. So inhale, gather. As you exhale, push your hips forward and imagining we have this front channel or Renmai sea of yin. And now we're just going to bathe it with that calming energy. Inhale up and exhale. It's in your hands. Feel that hands and then pour it just right down the front of you. Soothing all those acupressure points. Let's do one more. Inhale, gather, and exhale, pour it down. And slow it down. So now kind of working with that same Renmai. The Renmai starts, goes up to about here. Going to do Enlightened Tiger. So back to our tiger claws instead of Tiger Day. Your back of your hands will be together. Now as you come up, you're going to bring your left hip a little forward. And then take your left hand with your tiger claw and exhale down. So turning to center. Inhale as you stand taller, but now take your right hip forward with your right arm forward and so inhale through your nose and exhale out with a little growl. So this is the releasing phase of this movement. So inhale up. Now exhale. Look back and look at your back hand. So your back arm represents your past and all. Right now, look forward. Your front hand, that's your future. There's a lot to potentially be anxious about for the future. Instead, choose to hold the future with that sort of lightness and trust. All right. And instead of letting it cause anxiety for the present, let it just give you wisdom for the present. Look at the future with sort of ease and come back to the present. So now, with sort of lightness, do the same movement. Inhale through your nose and exhale out through your nose. Inhale. Enlightened tiger. Our bodies represent the present moment. As we hold, inhale up. Let's do one more to each side. And even relaxing those tiger claws, letting those tiger claws just float down. And turning frontwards, holding your palms facing the heavens. Shift your weight to your heels just a little. Soften your tailbone. Now turning, your elbows will be a little bit out from your body, from your hips and your waist. Now float those hands up to right over the crown of your head, top of your head. Turn to center. Now float your hands down. So turn. Float your hands up to the crown of your head. Turn. Now we'll smooth this out, and with our breath, you're going to pause in your breath as you turn. Inhale, float up. Turn. Exhale, release. Inhale, float up. Pause, and then release any tension and tightness. It's called tree sways in the wind. So in this movement, right feet rooted to the earth. The sort of tree trunks have legs. Also with that stability. And the crown of your head reaching up to the heavens, getting as much light and wisdom from the heavens. Let's do it even more slowly. In your waist, floating your hands up. The crown of your head is actually our byway point, which is where kind of we access divine wisdom. Let's do one more to each side. Inhale, float up. Exhale, release. And then lifting your arms just about at chest height. Soften your elbows. Sink into your heels. Lift from that byway point, crown of your head up to the heavens. And just take a slow, deep breath into your lower belly. And a slow breath out. This standing posture is called a tree. So imagine that your arms are embracing around whatever your favorite tree. I have a red oak on my property that I visit it probably every day. So find your tree that you may visit. And then soften your tailbone. And Qigong, a lot of times we're doing a lot of movement. And in the movement, if we put our attention inwards, we can notice the stillness. Right now we're doing a standing posture, which is still. So in your stillness, see if you can tap into the movement deep inside you. Maybe even not that deep. Taking slow, deep breaths into your lower belly. Embracing that tree. And then relax your arms. Stand with your feet close together. Put your hands on your lower belly. And take a slow, deep breath into your lower belly. And a slow breath out. And then bringing your hands up to prayer at heart center. Giving gratitude for all that you have. And giving gratitude for all that you are. And then take a moment to just send out healing energy to someone or a group of folks that could use extra healing energy. And then bring that attention, that awareness back, and that energy back to your heart center. And thank you for sharing this Monday morning with me. And may we have a peaceful and joyous and calm week.